Hello students, welcome to NDA Sainik Academy. In the previous video, we have covered the questions of 2023 Sainik 9th examination, especially the general science part. In this video, we will cover 2024 question paper. As I said before, this is a series of previous year questions videos. If you haven't watched the previous videos, the link is given in the description. Please go back and watch it and come back to this video. For more content related to the Sainik examination, follow our channel. Yes, moving on, without any wasting time, we shall move into the questions. Yes. The first question. When electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, what happens? In electroplating, I said the object which needs to be electroplated is always taken in the negative, which is anode. Yes. So the answer will be copper gets deposited on the electrode that connected to the positive terminal. No. Not the answer. Copper gets deposited on the electrode connected to the negative terminal. This is what I said. In the electroplating, the electrode which needs to be the metal we need to deposit is taken in the electrode of negative terminal, in the anode electrode. Yes. So the answer will be B. No reaction takes place, will not happen. Copper gets positive deposited either or negative terminal. No. This will not come. So the answer will be B. Moving on. Match the following. These are heavenly bodies and characteristics. Yes. We shall go with the easy one. Comet is nothing but, as we all know, it is a moving object in this space which have a tail. So comet is an object which revolves around the sun in elliptical orbit and has a bright head and tail. Yes, exactly. Comet is 4. Asteroid, we all know, there is a huge asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Mars and Jupiter. There is a huge asteroid belt made up of asteroids between the Mars and Jupiter. So asteroids are nothing but small objects revolving around sun between the Mars and Jupiter. Yes. Sirius, we all know, Sirius is nothing but a bright star. Yes, Sirius is a bright star in the sky located close to the Orion. Coming to the Orion is nothing but, it is a constellation. There are 88 constellations. Out of that, Orion is one of the constellation. A constellation can be seen during the winter time in late evenings. It can be easily visible in the winter times. So the answer will be A is 3. A is 3. We can eliminate C. C is not the answer. B is 4. B is 4. We can eliminate D. D is not the answer. C is 2. So we can go with the B. And D is 1. Yes. The answer is B. Moving on. Which of the following gases has the highest concentration in the atmosphere? As this is very easy question. Answer is nitrogen. It is about 78%. And oxygen is about 21%. And carbon dioxide is very minor quantity, 0.04%. Sulfur dioxide is in very minute quantity. Yes. Moving on. Global warming is not responsible for. Yes, global warming increases the sea level due to the melting of ice caps. Melting of ice caps. The sea level rises. Yes, this is the answer. More severe storms. Yes, due to the temperature rise in the globe, temperature rise of the earth, the normal storms get severe. Severe storms will come in, which in turn causes floods. So this is also an answer. Increased droughts. Yes, of course. Due to the rise in temperature and climate change, there will be droughts. More earthquakes. No, this is the answer. They are asking which is not responsible. Earthquakes are happened due to the movement of tectonic plates. Movement of tectonic plates. Tectonic plates. Yes, the answer is D. Moving on. Identify the multicellular organism from the following. Bacteria is a unicellular. This is not the answer. This is unicellular. Paramecium is also a unicellular. So the answer will be Aspergillus and Penicillium. These two are multicellular algae. Multicellular algae. So the answer will be B and D. Fine. Moving on. Which of the following gases has the highest concentration in the atmosphere? Again, this is repeated. This seems to be repeated, right? Sorry. This slide is kept again. Please ignore this. The answer is nitrogen. Next question. Match the following. The products of petroleum and given, and its character is given. Coke is nothing but it is almost pure form of carbon. Fine. Coal tar is nothing but they are used in making naphthalene balls. This is a repeated question. Naphthalene ball is nothing but it is made from the coal tar. It is used as a insecticide to repel the moth and insects in the home. We use naphthalene balls. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. While when coke is made from the coal gas is released. Yes, petrol is obtained from petroleum. Yes, I said these are products of petroleum, not a petroleum. These are product of coal, and petrol is obtained from petroleum. So the answer is A. A is nothing but 2. Here we can eliminate D and A. Almost pure form of carbon. B is 4 and C is 1. So the answer is C. We can eliminate this. Yes, moving on. A combustible substance cannot catch fire as long as its temperature is, here dash will come, is dash its ignition temperature. If they are asking the combustible substance, the substance which have the ability to burn, that is nothing but combustible substance. This cannot catch fire until the temperature, until as long as its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. Ignition temperature is nothing but the temperature at which the object burns. So it won't catch fire until it reaches the ignition temperature. So the answer is lower than. Which of the following is rare, is or present only in plant cell? Very easy. Cell membrane is present in both plant cell and animal cell. Cell wall is only in plant, and chloroplast is only present in plant, and nuclear membrane is present in both. Very easy. Answer is B and C. A. Fine. Given below are the different stages of life cycle in frog. Arrange them in order. Very important. Metamorphosis. This question is repeated again and again. For 3 years they are continuously asking this process. Here already we have known that in frog the fertilization is happened external fertilization, which is nothing but the female initially will lay the eggs. Okay, after that the male frog goes and releases the sperm. The fertilization will happen externally, not internal in the female body. It happens externally. First process will be laying of eggs. Second process will be the fertilization. Fine. After the fertilization, the embryos will form. This is the third process. Once the embryo forms, then comes the larva stage, which is nothing but tadpole. Fine. So the answer will be C1. We can eliminate A and D. C is 1 and A is 2. So the answer will be B. C, A, D, B. Fine. Moving on. Which source book keeps an endangered record of all animals? This is again a repeated question, which is nothing but Red Data book, which is given by IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Natural Species. This IUCN have divided the species which are in the stage of endangered. They divide in these 7 categories like extinct, rarely, endangered. Like that, they have divided in these 7 stages. This is to preserve the animals. It will count the population of the species, and it will promote the schemes and policies to conserve it. Fine. Moving on. Identify the endemic flora of the Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. In previous year question also, there was a question regarding Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Here they are asking flora. Flora is nothing but a plant. Fauna is an animal. They are asking plant. Option A is bison and flying squirrel. This is fauna. We can eliminate it. B is a bison and sal. Here bison comes. So sal is a plant. Bison is an animal. This is a fauna. We can eliminate it. Flying squirrel and wild mango. Flying squirrel is an animal. We can eliminate it. So the answer will be sal and wild mango. This is the endemic flora. Endemic is nothing but which is grown in the certain region. Grown in certain region. Restricted to that region. Simply to say restricted growth in certain region. For example, Kurunji flower is grown only in UT. Kurunji flower is grown only in UT. These are example of endemic species. Fine. Moving on. When fertilization does not occur, then the released egg thickens lining of the uterus is shed off. This process is called nothing but the menstruation. Menstruation happens once the female reaches the adolescence age. Menstruation is nothing but the unfertilized released eggs that is implanted on the uterus will shed off monthly. This is nothing but periods. That will happen in a cycle of 1 per month. So the answer is menstruation. Menarche is nothing but the first menstruation. First menstruation is nothing but menarche. Menopause is the end of menstruation once the woman become old. Pregnancy is all everyone know. So the answer is menstruation, D. Increase in height during puberty depends on, of course, genes is the reason, but eating right food and genes inherited from the parents is the correct answers. Even though the genes are inherited, even though if your father or your grandfather or mother or your grandmother is height, you need to eat a proper kind of food for the proper growth of muscles, bones and everything. So the answer will be eating right kind of food and genes inherited from the parents. Only genes will not be the answer. Inherited from the mother only, no. It can be inherited from both mother and father, or even from grandmother, grandfather. So exercise and genes inherited from the parent. Exercise won't improve the height. It depends on the genes. So D is the answer. Eating right kind of food and genes inherited from the parents. Moving on. Endocrine glands release hormones into bloodstream to reach a target site. Yes, endocrine glands nothing but it secretes the hormones. There are different types of glands in our body. It secretes hormones. The A is correct. Hormones are not chemical substance. No. Hormones are chemical substance. This is wrong. Hormones are chemical messengers. Hormones are also called chemical messengers. It triggers the certain function. Each hormones have certain function in your body. Yes, hormones are called chemical messengers. It is the chemical substance. So Only A is correct. Moving on. The magnitude of power of an earthquake is expressed on a scale, very easy one. The answer is Richter scale. Fine. Moving on. Without any doubts, we can answer this question. Calorific value. The unit of calorific value. Again, the repeated question. This question is repeated in the previous year. So the answer will be kilojoule per kg. Calorific value is nothing but energy generated by burning of per kg of fuel. Kilojoules is nothing but energy which is generated from the per kg of the fuel, which is nothing but the calorific value. Moving on. Tin cans are made by electroplating tin onto iron, because tin is used in the making the cans. The cool drinks we drink is nothing but the tin is coated on the iron. Why this is used? The answer is it is less reactive than iron. Fine, it won't react with the food. Fine. Moving on. Arrange the rolling, sliding and static friction in stage increasing order of friction. It's very easy. In rolling, let's take a wheel is rolling on a surface, the friction will be low. So in this rolling, sliding and static friction, the rolling will be at the lowest friction level. They are asking the increasing order. So rolling will come first. We can eliminate static C and D. After rolling, the friction is high in sliding. Let's see. Let's take, if the object is a square object, it will slide. Fine. It will be slow comparing to the rolling. Then comes the static. You can go with the answer B. Static is very high. The friction will be very high. Fine. The answer is B. Which of the following is a Robbie crab? Robbie crab is nothing but it is sown in winter and harvested in spring. Fine. Here the answer is paddy. Paddy is a kharif crops. Kharif crops are sown in rainy seasons. Moving on. Wheat, pea and mustard are rabi crops. They are sown in winter season and harvested in spring season. Moving on. Identify the methods for replenishing soil with nutrients from the following. To enhance the nutrients in the soil, they have given some of the techniques. So we need to find out it. Growing different crops alternately. This is nothing but crop rotation. Crop rotation. For 6 months they will grow up one crop. For next 6 months they will grow another crop. This, what happens is, in this, it will enhance the nutrients of the soil. It will enhance the nutrients of the soil. So A will come. Usage of manures. Yes, manures will add additional nutrients to the soil. B will come. Growing D. Let's see D. Growing legumes as fodder in one season and wheat crop in the next season, which is nothing but the crop rotation. Sorry. This is crop rotation. Growing different crops alternately is mixed farming. Sorry guys, please change with that. Growing different crops alternately is nothing but mixed farming. Growing legumes as fodder in one season. One season we will go one crop. In the other season we will go other crop. This is nothing but crop rotation. This also increases the nutrients. Here C is given as sowing healthy seeds. Fine. Only by sowing the healthy seeds we can't increase the nutrients of the soil. So the answer will be A, B and D. A, B and D is B. Fine. The answer for 20 is B. The bulb dropper immersed in water is pressed. When the pressure is released, water gets filled in the dropper. Dropper is nothing but, we have saw ink dropper. To take the ink, we have a dropper, a structure like this, right? Instrument like this. This is also used in the tonics for infants and childs. What we can do is, when we press it and immerse in the liquid, when we release it, this filler will be filled with the solution, right? This happens when we press the dropper. What it creates is, it creates a vacuum. Fine, it creates a vacuum. When it is released, the air, the atmospheric pressure is the answer. The atmospheric pressure refills the air by taking the liquid. Fine. So the answer will be atmospheric pressure, because atmospheric pressure acts on the walls of this filler. Fine. Moving on. An oscillating body is making 360 oscillations in 3 minutes. Fine. We need to find its frequency. So frequency is nothing but oscillations per second divided by second. For 1 second, how many oscillations is nothing but frequency. So here 360 is the oscillations, and for 3 minutes we have 660 into 3, 180 seconds. By crossing it, you can get 2 Hertz. Hertz is nothing but unit of frequency. The answer is 2 Hertz. Very easy. Moving on. A person who is standing 2 meters in front of a plane mirror seems to dash meter away from his image. This is also a repeated question. Here they given, this is a plane mirror. Here a person is standing, right? He is standing at 2 meters. The image that is appearing in the mirror is also 2 meters away from it. Right? This is the image, this is the real person. So for this real person, he will be appear from the distance of 4 meters. Adding this both distance, it will be 4 meters. So the answer is 4 meters. Very, very easy. Moving on. Which of the following statements are not true for metals? Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. This is true. The property of metals by which they can be beaten into sheets is ductility. This is wrong. The property by which it is beaten into sheets, thin sheets, by reducing it to thin sheets is called malleability. Malleability, which is not ductility. Ductility is making into wires. The ability to make into wires. That is ductility. Malleability is the ability to beaten into thin sheets. So B will not come. Moving on to C. Metals produce ringing sounds, so they are said to be sonorous. Yes, this is true. Metals are sonorous, it produces sound. Yes. In general, metal oxides are acidic in nature. This is not true. When metal reacts with oxygen, it creates metal oxides. These metal oxides are basic in nature. They are not acidic. Very important, note it down. These metal oxides are basic in nature. So the answer will be A and C. So, and they are they are asking not true. So B and D is not true. The answer will be C. Fine. The last question. Polythene and PVC are examples of nothing but thermoplastics. See, there is difference between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics can be melted. Once it is melted, it can be reformed. Melted and reformed. We can melt the thermoplastic and we can reform it to other structure. But thermosetting plastic, once it is melted, it becomes solid. It can't be reformed. It cannot be reformed. It will set to this same similar structure. Melamine and bakelite are thermosetting plastics. Once you melt these two plastics, you can't change its shape. Fine, they are very durable. So the answer for 25th question is A. Yes, fine guys. These are the 25 questions that were asked in the 2024 question. The 2024 question was very easy. Yes, we have up to now we have covered questions from 2020 to 2024. If you haven't watched the previous videos, the link is given in the description. Please watch all the videos so that you can be well prepared for the exam. For more Sainik related videos, follow our channel. Keep learning. Bye bye. Jai Hind.